Hello. Hi. Uh, I think we are live now. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. I'm Siamak. Thank you so much for taking the time to join our session on automating Meta and Google ads with AI. Today we'll cover a bunch of demos and we'll use AI to do pretty much 99% of everything we want to achieve from uh, getting a game plan together in ads from scratch, looking at our competitors, spying on their campaigns, their ads, getting insights, uh, doing ideation on campaign concepts and hooks, all the way to deploying our ads. So we'll cover a pretty full breadth of um, different workflows and automations to run with AI. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll just wait a couple more minutes for some more people to pile into the session, maybe to start. Sorry, I think, yeah, okay, audio should be back now. Um, so yeah, beforehand, when you wanted to get going with one of these channels, there was a lot of trial and error involved. As kind of beginner friendly as these platforms try to make it, it's really hard to get that first successful campaign up. You're going to probably lose a lot of money in the process. You're not really sure like what's a good benchmark to shoot for, what's a good like type of um, campaign to run for your given specific product or basically brand. Is it like a conversion? Are you running a click campaign, etc.? So a lot of people end up hiring like agencies or consultants to even get them started using ads campaigns. The goal with Sprites is to let anyone from any level of expertise get things done with these platforms easily in a fully automated way using basically agentic AI to actually deliver work for you. So, what does that practically mean? So, whether you are starting from scratch or have things running and just want to optimize and get insights with their existing campaign data, or you're looking for like net new ideas, net new campaigns, we want to help you like across that full stack. So um, I'm Siamak. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Sprites. I'm a serial entrepreneur, as you would say. This is my second company. I went through Y Combinator with Sprites. We've raised over 5 million in venture funding, and we've done growth projects that have great pops with over 5 million video views or 1 million users, and we kind of like put together all our marketing knowledge and all our own pain points when it came to running campaigns for those various products and projects, uh, and our kind of know-how of building agentic AI products into Sprites to deliver what we have today. So without further ado, let's get into doing some um, demos and seeing how everything works. So for all of the demos Oh man, sorry about that. I think we lost the audio for a second again. Um, I was saying for all the demos today, we're going to be using the Sprites AI marketing agent. If you want to follow along yourself, you can just go to Sprites AI and try these prompts. There's no kind of ramp up in terms of the interface. This is not a drag and drop builder or any sort of like an advanced AI configuration. This is very much a agentic, like natural language based interface. So you're just going to like describe the job to be done to the AI agent, and it's going to go and try and achieve it, right? So when you go on Sprites AI, there's like a little video if you want to watch in terms of what sort of campaigns and tasks you can delegate to Sprites. But we're going to skip that and just try and get some work done here. So I'm going to load into Sprites, and for our first demo, I'll show you kind of when you just sign up for Sprites, you're going to be like shown a bunch of templates that you can start from, and just out of like curiosity to know if a certain competitor or some company I'm interested in is running ads, I always recommend basically starting with a little bit of competitive analysis to get your game plan together when it comes to meta ads. Because even like, yeah, what's the CTA? What's the positioning? What sort of ads are they running? Is it image ads? Is it video? What's the exact kind of like hook of the ad, etc.? Is this a channel that's like effective for a certain business or product? The best way to find that out and shortcut the painful process of running your own campaigns to get to that data is to just find like closest analog company or even a direct competitor if you have one that's maybe a bit further along, and check what they got going on. So for the meta ad scraper, it's a very simple task. So we're just gonna go ahead and scrape all the ads that a certain company is running and structure it for you in a CSV, so you can do whatever task you want to run on it from there. So simple scrape job, like not a lot of analysis. This would be a kind of very simple automation to perform, but the value add here is that it's saving me kind of like hours of manual work of going and pulling ads these people are running from the meta ads library, kind of like finding the company, pulling all their ads, pulling all that data, or using like some sort of a custom scraper or like a front end automation tool like a Chrome plugin or something like that. It's still going to have me in the loop. I can use Sprites to do it on demand, or even have it do it like daily or weekly, or do it for 10 different companies and competitors and compile a report for me. Or I can pull this data and then start kind of like analyzing it with the AI and going back and forth with it, right? So my favorite company to test with ad scrapers is Duolingo, because they're always running ads on all platforms. So I'm going to give it a go. Pull all US ads for Duolingo for me. And the Sprites marketing agent is going to get to work, and as it's doing its job, it's going to give me updates along the way. So in the interest of time, I'll skip ahead to show you kind of like once an execution is completed, what does that look like? Because once like execution's finished, you can like save and snapshot results for later, or refer to it um, with the link or from your dashboard. So I just saved the link, but to show it to you, it's the same workflow, and basically we had like a successful run. Now that I have my data, I can pull it into a CSV if I want, download it, or just like browse it here. But I actually want to do some analysis work on this scraped data. So now that it's like pulled into the context of the AI, I'm actually going to ask some follow-up questions. So what's the oldest running ad? So yeah, the great thing is that you can kind of like chain tasks together. So in this case, well, maybe I'll do it in this Copilot instead. Cool. So we got our sample workflow that finished executing. We got the running ad. So let me try ask my question here instead of the results chat. What is the oldest running ad here? And yeah, the AI should have access to basically the scrape data, give us some insights, and help us analyze and pull things from it. You can also always like extend the task. So if you want this to, instead of being like an ephemeral scrape job, to be a repeatable task that you can schedule, for example, it syncs to your Google Drive, etc. You can always basically go back and forth with the AI and ask for those things. So oldest running ad, it's a Google Play Store ad with a CTA of install now, and give me dates in human format. I don't know about the internal date representation of the Meta Ads platform, so I want some concrete cool. Okay, so the dates are just flat out incorrect in this case, so not going to trust the date analysis it's giving back to us in this case. Don't know what that is, but it's interesting. LLM's surprisingly bad at dates sometimes. Cool. So here I can kind of like quickly say like, okay, visibly wrong the dates it's giving me. I'm just going to trust the scrape job. And that's kind of like, it's got to be your intuition or kind of like discerning eye. It's like what sort of tasks LLMs are suitable for right now and what they're not. They're not great at some like mathematical analysis jobs, like converting date formats, etc. Well, that was a surprising result in that case. Cool. For the second task, I am going to ask Sprites to pull data from my Google campaign that's actively running and give me an overview of what's working and what's not working. So I have spun up a test campaign with a pretty small budget of just $20 daily, just to have some test data to run for this. And I've done like no other work on that campaign. So it's highly unoptimized. It's as if this was your like first week of running ads and you want to get better at what to double down on, what's working, what's not working. And the Google Ads kind of like dashboard and platform. It's so hard to like knowing what to look for, like what sort of a CPC range is good for what region, etc. So uh, we have like baked all that into the platform for you. So let's get it going. No, I'm going to say I'm running some Google Ads. I have no idea what's working and what's not. Check my campaign data, analyze it in depth, and give me actionable basically budget advice, let's say, something like that. So I'm going to run this task. And here, since we didn't start from a template, the AI is going to go and plan out a workflow to achieve that task for us. And it's giving me a prompt to log into my Google Ads. So as you can see here, when you're working with Sprites, there's a few different essentially like marketing team members that are there to help you. Ads is one of them. So one of them specializes in SEO and AI visibility. One of them specializes in pretty horizontal business automation. And then we have the ad specialist. So in this case, we've like switched over to work with the ad specialist. So I'm going to sign in, give it my, okay, I'm signed out on this device. So I'll just jump ahead to the post sign in case to show you how that goes. So when you do sign in, it's going to go ahead and propose a workflow to achieve this task for you. And it's gonna like map out how long I've been running that campaign, then use the Google Ads fetch integration. So this is basically after you log into Google Ads, it's gonna use like your account data. So this is like all if you are running ads, if you aren't running ads and you want to start running ads, so even take like actions, not just the read only, all of those integrations are available on Sprites. But in this case, we're just reading the ads data that we already have, so already running campaigns. Then we're going to do like a few levels of analysis, looking at basically segmentation, looking at the post-click funnel, the bidding strategy, audience analysis. So when that kind of giant CSV table of ads data with whatever 15, 20 columns is presented to you on the Google Ads dashboard interface, it's kind of like hard to know unless you're a seasoned like ads manager. It's hard to kind of know what to look for. So we're going to break that up into several data analysis jobs for the AI to give you a meaningful report at the end. So let's see. This is what the AI has pulled together for us. And so we're looking at our last 30 days of ads and target ROAS being 3x, and the exec summary gives us like our total spend, impressions generated with CPM, CTR, and CPC. So we're not doing great on conversions right now. It is a little bit low, but this is a very fresh kind of campaign. And again, this is like primarily sandbox data for a kind of very early stage kind of like ads game plan company. So diagnosis at risk, measurement disabled, instruction unclear, decent pre-click metrics. So we have some fundamental, even like reporting and analytics here missing. So no recorded conversions, blocks ROAS visibility and smart bidding, network placement ambiguity, search versus display partners, performance metrics, blending signals. We don't really have a coherent strategy here in terms of like, are we doing display ads? Are we doing search ads? And bidding cannot be evaluated without conversions. Smart bidding deferred. So since we don't have our analytics configured properly, it can't even give us advice on smart bidding. So next priority actions, like next 72 hours. This is like, let's say we were onboarding with, after doing some like spray and pray effort with our own money and budget, now we're like enlisting the help of an ad specialist or a marketing agency. This would be like that. This is like the immediate, like, hey, let's do the foundational work. Let's have even a coherent plan in place for your ads, right? And let's see what the immediate suggestions are. So fixed conversion tracking, Google Tag Manager, and enable enhanced conversions. So I don't know what this means. I'm gonna try talking to the ads specialist about it. Is the suggestion, I have no idea how to do it. How do I do this for my site? So highlight things we're not sure, ask follow-ups, etc. Split networks for search only for intent, isolate display /YouTube /performance into separate campaigns. So we need a coherent, basically split between like search and display ads. And we don't have that. I think this is the starter 101 campaign that Google Ads recommends when you just sign in. And that like tries every single like ad inventory product they have. So to even have a clear, basically, KPI that we're shooting for each campaign, we at least have to split between those two different ad products. Wasted spend, tighter alignment, negative and query sculpting, placement exclusions where applicable. Okay, investment and ROI outlook. Let's see. So month 0, hold about 10 a day during measurement fix. Month 1, ramp to 690 to 870. Month 2, scale to 1200 to 1500 if ROAS is over 3. So the ads specialist advice for us is excuse me, to keep spend very low in the early days until we at least fix our foundational work. We have reporting for conversion events, and we've separated our display and search ads effectively. Then ramp the spend to about 690 to 870. So Sprites does have the context of what my product is and what my LTV for my customers would be in this case. So its advice is grounded on basically achieving that and benchmarks in that industry. It seems like if I'm serious about ads, like I should be ready to spend about, I don't know, up to $1,000 a day pretty soon on ads. Otherwise, don't bother, because that's what it takes to scale up my ROAS to 3.0, or at least even have significant enough data and learnings to have a path to that. So then at this one, I can see like, okay, kind of sprayed and prayed on ads. wasn't working for me, so maybe I back off. Or yeah, that kind of sounds like something I can afford to invest for a couple of months to see if it converts for me. Uh, the projected ROAS for us is 200 and 250 during learning, and everyone knows scaling ads is a different game. So I think month 2+, we definitely expect that ROAS to drop, but in this phase it should hold. So the key finding here is with about 1,000 clicks and 300-ish total spend, yielding 0 conversions, conversion tracking broken or offer landing page is severely underperforming. It is measurement failure. We're not reporting conversions right now. So CTR and CPC are healthy, meaning like it's not an imagined like value prop, and the like messaging at least does resonate to some extent. Okay, so we get some concrete advice on so let's see if the follow-up cool. So it's in the background, it's basically putting together a step-by-step plan for us to get our GTM integration. But meanwhile, I'm gonna continue reading the report. So this is the advice on setting up the kind of conversion campaign, performance segmentation, deep dive, brand search, non-brand search. Seems like most of the spend so far is in non-brand search. Auction and quality insights. Seems like clicks to conversions. This is right now, it seems like the biggest issue we have is just like lack of conversion reporting in this case study. And let's see if we have any like technical or value prop issues with our landing page. Speed targets, clear value proposition, credibility badges, and primary CTAs. Looks like we meet all the criteria for a like basic landing page that is expected to perform. So we're going to focus all our energy into fixing our conversion reporting and keep our spend very low. Cool. So again, this was a demo of a case where I have some spray and pray effort done in ads, or I just started running my first campaign and I really don't have a coherent game plan, or I want to start my first campaign. So we're going to audit what's the situation with your landing page. Do you have basically a messaging? What sort of ROAS should you expect? What sort of spend should you expect in your first couple of months? And go from there. So yeah, I have some actionables in the next 72 hours. I should integrate Google Tag Manager into my website and manage conversions. Right now, we can't take agentic action to actually do changes on your website. So whether you're running your homepage on something like WordPress or Webflow or Framer, etc., that's an integration that's coming soon. So we're exploring a couple of different solutions to let you just like one click take those actions from here. So whether it's like integrate your Metapixel or the Google Tag Manager, everything else, we're working on making those actions agentic as well. But for today, we'll give you a kind of like pretty detailed guided step-by-step way to do it in your exact case, looking at your kind of like exact website publishing stack. Cool. So that is the Google Ads performance analysis for like a very young campaign and company. And this is another kind of executive summary format that kind of covers the same things, kind of like just structured slightly different. So depending on what you ask for, maybe you just want to get the very high level kind of things, or exactly like in-depth detail like the previous report. So in this report, I just get all my actionables like right up top. So that you can ask for those adjustments when you get your initial results with Sprites. Like, hey, I don't know, just pull out the P1s or just pull out the P0s, and let's go deeper. Cool. In the next demo, I want to do a similar thing for my meta ads, where I just want Sprites to look at all my campaign data of everything that I have running, or is working or is not working, etc. on Meta, and just pull some insights for me. So this is like a classic. I'm dumping data. Give me actionables, right? So I'm going to describe my situation to Sprites, and again, similar to the Google Ads case, this is like my live campaign data, and the key thing it's doing, it's applying expert knowledge and doing basically like agentic data analysis, then giving me actionables. In case of just fixing things with your ads or spinning up new ad sets, spinning up new campaigns, we have the capability to take those actions with Sprites. And in case of things like fixing up things with your website, or putting the Metapixel or the Google Tag Manager integration in there, etc., we can't take those actions just yet, but something that will be added to the platform fairly soon. So I have some Meta campaigns running. I will give you all my ads data. Analyze it as a CSV, and for each campaign, give me actionable advice. Stop, scale, refresh, right? So let's ask for something like this. I'm just dumping some ad data. You do the thing of like, is the CPC good? Is the CTR good? Given the basically like ad inventory, the ad product, and so on and so forth. So when I ask for a task like that, that's a little bit more in depth. We might be looking at something like this. So the AI agent goes ahead and like cooks up a workflow, like an automated workflow to achieve the task I have described. So it's going to go and fetch all my campaign ads from Facebook, including creative assets, copy variations, most indicators, etc., and process that CSV into basically pulling out our structured campaign data and metrics performance in a structured CSV. Then we're going to go ahead and look at the entire ads portfolio, KPIs, and basically do the data, like agentic AI data analysis at this point. Like I've pulled my data, I've cleaned it up, and then now I do data analysis. And then we'll just put together a report and put together the actionables. So if you try and do a dump of a, let's say, 2,000 row CSV of all your historic ads data into a chatbot, like let's say ChatGPT or Gemini, and try and do some analysis job, it's just simply not going to be able to like handle the load of data or give you the like actionable insights that you want to get, or really have that deep integration to be able to then take actions on the advice provided. So with Sprites, we pull that data in an automated way. The way we achieve the task is repeatable. So if you actually end up getting your job done, you can basically set up an automation or keep revisiting this workflow instead of describing. Like even the thing I did here, which is like do this, stop, scale, refresh, like that's a little bit annoying. So once I get it achieved once, I just like save this and revisit it from my Sprites dashboard. So let's look at our like the meta analysis job, and for meta, we actually have some like full funnel conversion data for the sample campaign we're looking at. So we've spent around $600 so far, 276 basically total conversion events based on that many impressions and that CPR. And let's look at the performance matrix of our different campaigns and locations. So it looks like we're running webinar, instant format campaigns in 3 regions and doing well in a couple of them, and like widely variable CPRs. And looks like we're not doing so well in 2 of our regions right now. So Netherlands and Portugal are not looking so hot. And we're getting like, you know, geographical comparison. It's obvious like the ROI is doing much better in Brazil. And in terms of the creative like advice, it's giving us some actionable things, like kind of like the AI workflow strategies we're advocating for. They should be like clear and practical, have some built-in like authority proof built into them, etc. And our final action plan, the Netherlands campaign, just inefficient. There is no point trying to iterate on that campaign concept and geography. Like as a whole, that campaign is a flop. So we're better off just like killing it. In case of the Brazil campaign, double down, increase the budget. And for Portugal, we're going to have to refresh it. So that's wonderful. And let's see if I have another example for this. No, I think that's my actionable meta example. And the last demo I wanted to show you involves asking for a very comprehensive analysis on, let's say, like a larger scaled up company that probably has ads running like across a wide variety of channels. So this is like kind of like an analyst job. So let's say you want to look at a scaled up company like, I don't know, Figma or Notion or Monday.com, Linear. Like, what are they doing in the paid marketing space, right? So maybe you don't even want to necessarily replicate or emulate their campaigns one-to-one. You're looking at a kind of higher level view. What's the distribution of the platforms they use? What sort of campaigns and positioning are they using, etc. So I'm going to try to have Sprites achieve that for us. So go and figure out all the paid ad marketing footprint for Monday.com and compare it to a close competitor like Jira, Atlassian, and report back in a PDF document. So I can try basically a advanced like composite task, which is like scraping, analysis. Like this is like really multiple scrapes. Like figure out Monday.com's competitors, scrape all of those, run data analysis for them, and put it together in a report format that I favor. So when I kick off a task like this, usually Sprites will come back with this sort of a workflow. So we're going to start with all the specified company and competitor meta ads and Google ads, fetch all of them, clean that data up, basically put together similar ads created by format, messaging, and visual elements. So we're going to do some like ad clustering to look for those patterns and signals, identify the top performing formats and CTAs, figure out their kind of like positioning and value proposition, and use that data like to feed into their ads. Like, is it very similar to their overall branding and online presence, or are they doing like very different things in their ads? And the artifact that you get at the end of a report like that, you can ask for it to be presented in like a deck, but is a kind of like executive summary PDF. And I can look at kind of like a very high level report of Monday.com's advertising strategy. Looks like they're only doing meta ads and very few of them. And the findings and strategic recommendations are basically they have standardized 3 to 5 pain points tied to spreadsheets, tool sprawl, and missed KPIs. That kind of checks out from what I've seen of Monday.com. And yeah, that's kind of like it's giving us like everything they're running, what sort of like assets they're running with, why switch from Jira creatives, and pretty like high level overview of what Monday.com is doing in the paid marketing space. I can go back and forth. I can try basically asking for it to go deeper, redo the report for me. If I want to focus on like, hey, actually pull the ROAS benchmarks in there too, or like find their longest running ads, or put the actual ad creatives in the report for me. But basically something that would take me like a report that would take me hours to put together to find like, yeah, what are their hooks? What are the 3 to 5 common like ad messaging hooks they use, etc. I can quickly do it. So this is like almost like you're building with Lego pieces, starting from those very basic automations we started from, which is like just fetch this company's like Google ads or Facebook ads, into doing like in-depth data analysis to like do the data analysis, then zoom out and put it together into this sort of a kind of high level report. And I think that about does it for our set of demos today. So to review, we started from, hey, I know nothing about ads. Just let's look at some other companies' ads from Meta and Google, figure out what they're doing, what are their oldest running ads, what's working for them, just to get some inspo or ideas. Then we went ahead and looked at a very early stage company's Google Ads data, where they've tried some stuff. Looks like they've spent like about a couple $100 on ads. Don't really have a coherent strategy. Probably just use the like autopilot campaign tools in Google Ads, and don't really know what to look for. Quickly got some actionable advice like, hey, first let's figure out those conversion events and make sure our landing page is set up correctly. And then once we have those conversion events, we can actually judge whether your KPIs are meeting benchmarks of your competitors and industry or not, and go from there. But the early signs were looking very positive for us. Our CPC and CTR were basically top notch, which means like, cool. All right, let's keep investing. Let's do the foundational technical work for ads integrations and keep building on that channel. Excuse me. Then we looked at a case where we had some meta ads running and we wanted to get like quick insights. Basically, kill, scale, refresh. Like, there's a dead end. I put more money in it right now, or I should change the CTA or the creative or something about it and keep trying again. And we tried. This is a kind of meta moment because it was actually the campaigns for this very webinar that we looked at, and 3 sample regions we'd run ads in. It was a immediate kill on the Netherlands campaign. It was a immediate scale on Brazil. And for one of the regions, it was a refresh actionable. And for our final demo, we looked at a very high level overview of a company as large as Monday.com. How are they running their paid marketing? What are their hooks? What sort of ads are they running? What platforms? And it turns out they're mostly running missed KPIs, hate spreadsheets, and basically like versus Jira style ads, and entirely on Meta. They're not doing Google ads, it seems. And we got that kind of like high level report with a bunch of other stuff, but skimming that PDF, that's kind of my takeaway, is that cool, they're running like pain point focused meta ads and probably some brand ads, but didn't really stand out. So if you want to try to either get your first campaign going, optimize a campaign, or just spy on a bunch of other companies to see what they're doing with their paid ads strategies, you can go to Sprites AI yourself and get started. Just type stuff into this chat box. And disclaimer, it's AI, so some things it's going to be a slam dunk. Some things are like, this is really simple. Like, why can't it compare 2 dates? So you have to have some of your expectations in check. But once you figure out an intuition for, okay, this is the sort of task AI can handle, and this is sort of a task AI can't handle, you will be like saving tens of hours of work per week with your ads workflows, I guarantee you, because it's not about the complexity of the task necessarily, about where AI shines and where it doesn't. It is pretty arbitrary. So in the code gen or data analysis space, etc., like software engineers or data analysts, they have already built that intuition by just using the AI. So I think it's going to be the same for marketing, which is like, okay, the AI isn't like super creative if I trust it to actually make my creative assets like end to end from scratch. Maybe it's a good enough thing to like prototype some campaigns, but it's not going to be amazing. Like, still going and hiring graphic designer, I'm probably going to just get better KPIs across the board. But if I want to try like 70 different hooks for ads and put a bunch of money against it, and I'm okay doing that, and then double down on the winning ones with human designers or human created assets, like you kind of develop an intuition for what sort of tasks you want to use basically the marketing AI agent for. And I think that's about gonna do it for us today. Thank you so much for joining the thank you so much for joining the session on Meta and Google ads with AI, from clicks to conversions. Hopefully some of this was useful to you. It's pretty easy to try it out. Just write good prompts, put some kind of like thoughtful few seconds into what you're asking from the AI, and then just let it loose. It's going to work for a couple minutes and bring stuff back to you. And it's going to have like all the know-how, all the tools, and the context of your business to be able to do that. If you have any questions, you can always DM me on Twitter at SiamakFR. That's SIAMAKFR. Or just shoot me an email, siamak@spritesai.com. That's SIAMAK@spritesai.com. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for joining. Take care.